Hi, I'm Luma. Today I'm going to share about what happens when your soul is in the driver's seat and the ego is in the back seat of the car, wiped out or freaking out. Okay, so to put some context on the experience that a lot of you are having, yeah, that life is feeling really different. Why? We've talked a lot about this in my other videos. Light codes coming in, change is happening. We're going through a paradigm shift. So here's a way to think of it, to have a little more fun with what's going on, okay? So think of your beautiful body here as your vehicle, as your car. And there was this ego program, like one of those AI GPS programs that's been driving your body, that's been driving your vehicle. And that ego program was a reckless driver, a very reckless driver. It was driving you in directions that your soul did not want to go. It was driving the body in directions that the body did not want to go. Yeah, bad habits, detours, getting into some bad situations, into conditions where it was inhibiting the growth of your soul. It was inhibiting the health of your body. So if you look at that ego program as your false self, you're not self, an imposter that's been sitting in the driver's seat of your beautiful divine body vehicle right here. Okay? So what's happened when the soul actually comes in and sits in the body and starts to move your life, move the body according to the desires of the soul, okay? Well, there might have been a struggle when the soul kind of moves in and the ego was very attached to that steering wheel, very attached to having that power. And also the ego knows that it is an imposter, that it's not really you, and its real place is not in the driver's seat of your car. So what does that mean? It's always running a high level, a high frequency of fear, because it's going to be found out that it doesn't have a driver's license for this vehicle, and it's going to get caught. Yeah. So that ego program is always running on a high frequency of fear. How do we know that? That fear impacted our body. So just think of this ego driving the car, not really being connected to the real earth. You know, if you just drive looking at a virtual reality of earth, you're going to be bumping into the real things. You're going to get hit. Your real body's going to get hit. Okay. So the impact of that is sitting in the body. Okay. That's where the fear is sitting. Yeah. And what's happening? That fear is breaking down. It's clearing out of our bodies. Why? Our soul, our beautiful soul light, beautiful light frequencies are coming in saying, hey, this body is designed for a human soul, perfectly designed for a human soul to inhabit. So bugger off, ego program. Okay, so let's chat back in with that ego. So it may have been putting up a fight. It may have tried to glue its hands to the steering wheel. Maybe it moved over into the passenger seat and it was one of those annoying passengers that's telling the driver how to drive the car. So you may be in that stage where there's quite a tussle going on. Your soul's got the trajectory. The soul knows where you're going. And the ego keeps butting in like an annoying passenger seat driver telling you to go here, trying to grab the wheel. You know, you might be having that experience. Or the ego might have got really tired out and climbed into the back seat and it's passed out there and it's just going, oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. My life's out of control. I don't know what's going on. You know, you could be in that stage, okay? Maybe the ego's just having a nap back there and it's gone really quiet. And there's you know, your body's still in PTSD. It's being driven around by a reckless driver. You know, the body's still looking over his shoulder. Feels really calm and peaceful. Things seem really good. Seems like I'm in a good place, but, you know, something bad might happen. Like the boogeyman in the back seat might come and grab hold of me again. So again, where's that that looking over the shoulder, that's the fear that's sitting in the body still, okay? So here's another really beautiful way to understand that relationship between the body and the soul. There's a beautiful book by John O'Donohue, an Irish mystic. It's called Anam Cara. If you haven't read it, pick it up. It's lovely. There's gems of real wisdom on, like a guidebook on how to really be human. It's really beautiful. So there's this one sentence which I read, which was, the body is the angel of the soul. The body is the angel of the soul. So if you consider and relate to the body as the angel's not somewhere out there that has to come in here. This is it, right here. This is the angel right here. And the soul's coming in, the angel's in service to what the soul's wanting to experience here. The beauty of this earth. Fascinating relationships of all kinds with the incredible multiplicity of life forms here on this planet. So consider that relationship, which is almost completely upside down from what a lot of religious and spiritual teachings teach. You know, the body's down here. Angels are somewhere up there floating on clouds, and there's this big gap in between. What if the actually the opposite is true? So here's this beautiful angel in service to the soul, to move around in this beautiful world of creation and form. And for the body to recover from being misunderstood, mistreated, abused. Yeah. So we're going through kind of a rehabilitation here, many of us. You can call it transformation, transfiguration. There's an inner alchemy going on. There can be moments of beautiful, beautiful peace. There's just quiet. None of that nattering and chattering of that constant ego program blasting, like, you know, the radio stations. We used to drive in cars when there was radio stations, and just blasting all kinds of nonsense and distractions. Yeah, that's gone. There's a pair of doves that are just outside my window here, and they're just softly cooing. The waves are softly washing on the shore. This morning, I watched a heron come fly down, and I could see little fish jumping in the ocean and as the tide's going out. And a beautiful kingfisher, oh, they're just marvelous, flying up, and they can just hover, and then dive right down into the water and come out with a fish. So consider again, the body is the angel of the soul. Yeah. Maybe the ego's just gone completely to asleep in the back seat. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Yep. And our mind, our beautiful mind, this is the passenger enjoying the ride, appreciating everything. As if we're on a train going to some beautiful holiday destination and just enjoying everything along the way. So try these different perspectives on and just notice how you feel. And thank you again so very much for listening and subscribing and sharing. And I'll be back again with some more stories and things very soon. All right. Take care till then.